Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk to you about how to celebrate the milestones in your relationship. So this video actually came out because I was talking with a girlfriend about how we had celebrated our 4 years anniversary and we did all these things, and she was like, this is amazing, you need to teach more people how to do that and celebrate those things. She was like, this is so, like, everybody needs to know this. So this is why we're making this video, because we want you to continue to have thriving, passionate love in your relationship as years go on. So I am Céline Remy, the Intimacy Angel, and I'm here to help you bring your sexy back in life.
And I'm Kevin Anthony, the Truth Warrior, and today I'm helping you bring back manliness.
So let's talk about milestone. I know when we were discussing about this, you were like, well, it's pretty simple. Just celebrate milestones.
That is the actual first tip, is to actually make it a point to celebrate milestones. So, when I say I'm bringing back manliness, this is something that men used to do all the time. They would celebrate the milestones. They would bring home flowers for this or whatever. They would make it a point to recognize those things. Now, I know that maybe in the past it was presented in a way that this was a chore, but it really shouldn't be a chore. It actually should be something that you turn into something fun. And it doesn't just have to be the guy bringing home flowers. You can co-create. You can celebrate these things together. It's not something that, well, he better remember, and I'm going to sit here and I'm not going to remind him that this is a milestone because he should just know, and if he doesn't, there will be hell to pay. That is not at all what we are talking about today.
Absolutely. And that's a good point you're bringing, because if you want him to remember something, make sure that you've communicated ahead of time and sync your calendars together and make sure that the things that matter to you, because maybe for you it's the dates that you got married that matters. I mean, for us, it's our wedding anniversary and it's also our first date anniversary. And at this point, actually this year, we actually forgot when we got engaged.
Yeah, that's right. We forgot that one.
So we were like, we'll drop that one. As year go by, you're like, well, we'll just keep two. I think it's easier. And of course, there's our birthdays and all of that. But these are the ones we chose to celebrate, but we sat down and we communicated which one mattered to each one of us, right?
And milestones can be lots of different things. I mean, there's very obviously traditional ones like your birthday, your wedding anniversary, but it could be all kinds of things. Anything that is kind of a big moment in your life. It could be getting engaged, that's a big one. Could be the first time you went out on a date. Could be the first time you had sex. I mean, whatever, get creative. Find the things that are truly important to the two of you and just make it a point to celebrate them.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we do every year, and it started as a tradition that I did for our first year anniversary, and then we decided to continue it, is to create a physical photo album, because nowadays we always take our photos digitally, and I realized that it's so much fun to have something that you can hold in your hands, and every year we create an album with all the highlights of the year. And so now we've got 4 of those, and it's really fun to look through them and go back to these things, and you're like, this was such a fun year, or our relationship is so amazing, because you see all those little moments and things that honestly over time you tend to forget.
I love to take photos. I've got tons of digital photos, but to be honest, how often do I really go and pull out the hard drive and plug it in and go through the folders with the photos in it? Not that often. I do it occasionally. But when you have an actual photo album that's sitting there on a shelf, we have ours right on a shelf in the living room, and when people come over, they go, oh, and they pick it up and they go through and they're like, oh, this is amazing. I know it sounds crazy because it is the oldest school idea in the world, really. But we do it with a modern twist too, because there are companies out there that will actually physically print like a hardcover book for you, and that's actually what we do. And they're just fun things to have and an easy way to kind of celebrate the time and the years and the milestones. And
Another thing that we want to bring in is, dinner and a night out are fun, but they're not really unique. And if you just go out and spend time watching a movie to celebrate your anniversary, you're giving your attention to something else. this is a chance to spend time appreciating each other. And so we like to spend time like talking about things we love about each other and things we appreciate. We might say like, what were the highlights even of the year since that event happened. One of the things we do, we also have a short wedding video, so we like to watch it every year. I do. I'm forcing you to in a wedding album, but it's really important to have these little traditions. And really spending time appreciating each other will make the interaction so much more meaningful, and you remember when you spend quality time together, you remember it much more.
And there's lots of different ways that you can remember or appreciate the milestones. And so, one is doing the book, and of course there's always dinner and that kind of stuff. But it could just be, tonight we're going to set up a nice blanket or pillows in front of the fireplace and make love. Like just anything that is fun, that is connection based, and that shows that you're remembering that this is an important milestone.
Absolutely. And then I have another tip that I wanted to leave you with, which I think is really fun, is one that we decided to do last year. It started with me buying a sexy pair of underwear, lingerie for you, and then you loved it so much that we created what we called the underwear of the month. So for an entire year, every month I had to surprise Kevin with something new and sexy that I would choose and that I would just like at some point show it to him. And one of the cool rule about this is once I wore it once, then I would give it to him and he could make me wear it again anytime during that month. And he collected them all, and at the end of the year we took another photo, of course, had a lot of fun, and now they're still in his drawer. We kept the best one, and some of them, were not that great, and now he gets to make me wear them anytime he wants.
Super fun game, super simple. You don't have to spend a ton of money. They're not things that you're going to wear every single day, but just a fun game that brought interaction between the two of us. So think outside the box and create your own underwear of the month type event.
Create your own rituals, whatever that is for you, and show up with consistency every year, every month. You got to make some time for your relationship. You've got to give attention if you want your relationship to thrive.
Absolutely.
All right, we wish you tons of love, because that's what everyone needs, right? All you need is love. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and of course, watch a few more videos.